We're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Sitting in for Jim Norton today, Club Soda Kenny. He's back in the studio. He had a rest after his amazing appearance about an hour ago. He did the news for us, and
such a prima donna.
We felt like he just needed to rest, though, Anthony.
Well,
he used a lot of energy in that newscast. Yes, Kenny.
I just want to remind everybody how terrific you guys are. It's not easy to do a 4-hour show of the caliber that you do every day, day in and day out of the month.
Of the month?
Of the month.
All right, very good. Did you see the Happy Days reunion last night, Kenny?
I saw something about Fonzie and...
That would have been it then.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing.
Well,
they were
Fonzie on any other thing.
Yeah, no, they were talking to him on one of those MSNBC shows or Fox.
Yeah, Fox and Friends.
Yeah, yeah. And they were like doing Fonzie trivia with the Fonzie.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't know his own his middle name.
On the show?
Yeah, they stumped him.
What is it?
It was like Arthur Herbert Fonzarelli.
Oh, yeah?
Was it Herbert, though?
I think if my memory is correct.
All right, very good. Well, Anthony was talking about the catchphrases on Happy Days.
Yes.
We got the clip, because that show turned into one big catchphrase after another.
One long catchphrase factory.
I'm thinking that we need more catchphrases on our show.
You think so? Catchphrases from our show. Don't we have a few?
Just a few.
Your mom's box.
Your mom's box is a very popular one.
Okay, terrific.
Okay, terrific, sure.
We don't have any new ones, though, do we?
No. Well, yeah.
Shit dick.
The song the girl sang yesterday, the
Clits of my tits?
The clits of my tits.
That is not a catchphrase for this program.
All right, cool. Here's them talking about catchphrases last night.
I said we need some catchphrases. Because I asked the writers, and they sent me a list every week. And I said, sit on it's not bad. Let's try that.
Oh, sit on it, Potsy.
Sit on it, Howard.
Sit on it, Potsy. Hey!
Oh, Howard, what am I going to do with this?
Knit on it, Marion.
We could have other catchphrases.
Well, I'll tell you something, buckos.
I still got it.
I was the first one to say nerd on TV.
Gee, Patsy, you should act this nice all the time. Then people wouldn't think you're such a nerd.
I'm not a nerd.
I'm not a prude. I'm not a nerd. Where is that woman?
Well, she's proud that she was the first one to say the word nerd on TV.
They all have this thing where,
maybe it wasn't really a word yet. And that's why no one else used it.
Oh, wow. It's just awful stuff.
Nerd. I have known you all these years, Fonz. You have never, ever called me that.
But Joni, he's a nerd.
I'll take credit. The one thing I did come up with was Mr. and Mrs. C.
Hi, Mr. C.
Wow.
Mr. C, this is the best dinner I've ever had.
Goodbye, Mr. C. Mrs. C.
Hey, Mr. C.
Hey, Mr. C.
We used to think this is getting a little ridiculous. Now they're just reaching for anything they can find and just trying to force it into becoming a catchphrase.
Yowza, yowza, yowza.
He's such a hunk. Cheerleaders. Wah, wah, wah.
It came from what. And I would go, what? That's where it came from.
Me and Blue Eyes. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah.
I am not going to leave Wah 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 and Blue Eyes alone.
Ick.
Oh, how horrible. It's everything that was wrong with situation comedies. Just everything that just made you turn them off. How that show survived so long.
I don't know.
Even after the cast left.
We also have the audio of the very sad ending of the reunion special.
Well, I missed this. So
Eric
this
was explaining how Fonz had to hit the wall, but he barely hit it. He tapped it to turn off the lights in Arnold's, right? Something like that. This is how it went down.
I am so glad that we shared this party together.
And I wouldn't have missed it for the world, and I want to thank all of you for sharing with us what's been an incredible day. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Oh, wait a minute. Henry, come on. For old time's sake.
Are you kidding?
Come on, do it.
Yay! He turned off the lights, Anthony, by hitting the wall.
Fonzie, for old time's sake. Sorry, Sal. Can't do it.
Happy days. All right. Well, there you have that.
An era, a lifetime ago. It should stay there.
Also, Anthony, very sad news today coming out of Hollywood.
Oh, I know.
John Vernon is dead.
John Vernon. You might say, who's John Vernon? But if you saw him, you'd know who he was.
He's dead. John Vernon.
You're kidding.
72 years old.
How did it happen?
It was a bad accident on the highway.
Oh, no. John Vernon?
John Vernon.
Well, give my regards to the children. Give my condolences
that's the
to
line.
Delta House.
You're going to make me play Bill's dad today, aren't you?
Oh, the Omegas love him.
How did it happen?
How is it? Where? At Faber College?
That old broad. I heard Imus did the same bit the other day.
Really?
It wasn't as whatever.
It wasn't as whatever.
I know.
Yeah.
And then someone on the New York Radio message board is claiming that when this type of thing happens, it's fake. It's not. It wasn't.
No,
fake.
this is.
That's the beauty of what Ant and I do.
This is brutally true.
We don't fake this stuff. This old lady called looking for her friend Bill, and this is what happened. And this is not fake. Listen closely. There's no like actors involved. It's just me being a complete ass.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Bill.
Who's this?
Pat.
Hi, Pat. How are you?
Now, this is the wrong Bill.
Well, Pat, I have some bad news.
What?
Bill died today.
You're kidding? Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's tragic.
Who's this?
He was in a car accident today.
Oh, no. Who is this?
It's John.
John?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I was just talking to him.
I know.
Where did it happen?
This afternoon.
Where?
On the highway.
Oh, God love him.
Yeah, big pile up.
Oh. Well, be sure and give the kids my condolences.
Okay. Well, I gotta go.
All right, John.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Brutal, man.
There she goes.
I've heard that 1,000 times, and it's just as brutal as the first time.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
He had just given me double secret probation.
Yeah, well, John Vernon, 72, portrayed the evil Dean in Animal House. He has died.
Yeah, you know, I'm Dean Wormer.
He recently suffered a heart attack, and he died Tuesday in his sleep at his home.
Faber. Born in 1932 in Saskatchewan, Canada.
You know what? I'm reading the little article here. I didn't know he was in The Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yes.
I had no idea.
One of my favoriteest lines ever was from The Outlaw Josie Wales from John Vernon. And I've used it numerous times. It's when he looked at one of these military commanders and said, "Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining." It's just a great line.
That's where that came from?
Yep. And he delivered it, of course, in his inimitable style.
Right.
What a voice this guy had. And just the perfect guy to play Dean Wormer in Animal House. All those famous lines we remember. We knew and loved.
Yeah.
His face when Flounder throws up on him. That, the face he makes when Bluto puts the pencils in his nose. It's great stuff. He was very good.
Well, why don't we go to the tribute tape, Anthony?
How many movies was this guy in?
I know. It's his resume is ridiculous.
110 movies.
Yeah.
And numerous TV appearances.
Well, why don't we go to the tribute tape, because we've got Jim Norton on the line. Make sure he doesn't go anywhere. We got to talk to him. But first, in honor of good old
John Vernon, Dean Vernon Wormer was his name.
Let's listen to this.
This year we're going to grab the bull by the ball.
What do you intend to do, sir? Delta's already on probation.
They are? Yes, sir. Oh. Then, as of this moment, they're on double secret probation. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. You boys seen your grade point average yet? Well, have you?
I have, sir. I know it's a little below par.
It's more than a little below par, Mr. Hoover. It stinks. It's the lowest on campus. It's the lowest in Faber history. Who dumped a whole truckload of fizzies into the swim meet? Who delivered the medical school cadavers to the alumni dinner? Every Halloween, the trees are filled with underwear. Every spring, the toilets explode.
You're talking about Delta, sir.
Of course I'm talking about Delta, you twerp. Now I want you to tell Mrs. Stratton and Mr. Schoenstein exactly what I'm about to tell you now.
What's that, sir?
You're out. Finished and Faber expelled. I want you off this campus at 9 o'clock Monday morning.
All I know is the guy who played Mozart was also in Animal House. Now there's a movie with good music. Animal House, house, house. Nobody ever went to class. Then we saw Donald Sutherland's ass. Animal House, house, house. Animal House, house, house. Then they did the ads like American Graffiti, where you found out what happened to everyone.
And Anthony, there's our loving tribute to good old Dean Wormer.
Homer, funniest thing ever on television. Jesus Christ.
There's our loving tribute.
Animal House. Oh, that is hysterical.
Well, let's switch gears and say hi to old Jimmy Norton.
I know Jimmy Norton. He stinks.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Jimmy.
I can hardly hear you come on my dumb cell phone outside.
What are you doing in Pittsburgh?
I'm doing the Improv tonight and tomorrow.
Oh, you are? I didn't hear about that.
I figured
I forgot to mention it. I've been too busy. You know, it's all about the show.
I figured I'd interview you as a regular comedian. So,
I actually just did radio, which was really fun. It's very rare that you enjoy it. I did a country station this morning, which was kind of like, hey, how are you? You know, they did some Toll Bridge jokes. It was fucking awful.
Yeah. And unique.
I'm walking through security yesterday, and I just hear out, Jim Norton, you stink. And I'm being heckled, and it's by one of the guys who's actually looking at the bags going through security.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so if you wonder why fucking bombs are sneaking out of the plane, it's because they're all listening to this awful radio program.
Hey, the phone number for the Improv in Pittsburgh, 412-462-5233. Norton's in Pittsburgh all weekend long. And then he was supposed to fly to New Orleans with us on, when are you going down there, Sunday?
Yeah, I'm flying in Sunday morning to Newark and then down to New Orleans.
Oh, yeah?
Wow, what's the matter?
Well,
we
have you checked your email yet?
No.
Jimmy, this is not a gag, but XM screwed up your flight.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll read an email from good old Club Soda Kenny, who's sitting in with you today.
Who's the guy
today.
That takes care of us,
as you know. This is to Megan. Norton is not booked on a flight on Sunday from Newark to New Orleans or the return from New Orleans to Newark on Wednesday.
If you tell me that they held the flight and never actually fucking had it ticketed, I'm going to throw my cell phone.
According to Continental, originally there was only a 24-hour courtesy hold put on those flights for him, but nobody followed through on them. Did he throw Did he throw the cell phone?
What's the deal?
Well, then Kenny said, okay, well, Kenny booked you another flight. On the same flight, Kenny?
Yes, the same flight as us with one little more piece of bad news.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I'm not fucking going. I'm not fucking going.
Do you want to hear the last bit of bad news?
What is it?
I think he knows what it is.
Yeah, that's telling me in the back. Not happening.
More bad news is that first class is only available going to New Orleans, but first is not available on the return flight.
Oh, well, you know what? Why is this always a problem? Why isn't Kenny doing our travel?
Exactly.
Why is this a fucking problem every time?
Hello, exactly.
Whoever is paying for the flights must request that he be waitlisted.
Absolutely not. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable indeed.
It was already held. Why did they forget to follow through? Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. I sent this off to the big bosses down in Washington with a pretty angry response. It says, this needs immediate attention. This is Club Soda Kenny's words. And then he writes in the email, I don't know how anyone is going to justify this to Norton.
Well, I had already gone in and fixed seats and everything. What's the problem with this? Why is this so difficult? You book a flight, you pay for it, end of story. Why is this hard?
I know. I could not even believe that after the last debacle that
of course it happens again. Of course it does.
And then they get mad at us because we want Club Soda Kenny to take care of all this because we know it will be taken care of right because, we're his #1 priority.
It's ridiculous. Well, you know what? I fucking just tell them to cancel the ticket. I'll stay home. I don't care about going. I hate New Orleans anyway. I don't care. It's annoying. You know what? What's the difference? If it was a priority for them, they would have gotten it done. They would have done it.
Right. It makes you feel like a second-class citizen.
It's just annoying, dude. I mean, I've flown coach a million times. It's not about that. It's just irritating.
It should have been taken care of.
No, I explained that to everyone. I mean, you do so much traveling that it's just something you need to do to feel comfortable at this point.
Dude, I've flown so much. It's all I do is I'm on fucking planes more than most people that work for the airline. It's like I know how to travel. And it's just, why does this have to happen? Why every time does it have to be a problem?
Well, I don't know.
You know, Jim?
Yeah.
It's Kenny.
Yeah, hi, Kenny.
You know, I was just talking to a friend of mine. I said that you fly a lot. And why does this have to be a problem? He goes, yeah, I know.
I know, and that's what I was trying to tell somebody, but they didn't want to listen. They're like, you think so? I'm like, well, it's probably going to happen.
I love you.
It's sickening. Why does this always happen?
All right, listen, sweet cheeks. I'll take care of everything for you, all right?
There's nothing you can do. What are you going to do? I mean, there's nothing you can do.
We might be able to, all kidding aside, get you on an earlier flight out or something. That might be first class or something.
Yeah, the earlier flight, there's first coming back.
Dude, I'm not even then they can put me on that. I'm not even being a prima donna, dude. Most of my career I've flown coaches, whatever. It's just the idea that, like, when you tell somebody, all right, let's do it this way, and they do it, and they don't follow up. How does it just fall by the wayside every time when Kenny would get it done? What's the problem?
Right.
We don't really understand, and then we barely pay Kenny any money, so it's not a money issue.
After last time, this should have been taken care of.
It happened again.
Picture perfect.
I would rather not travel, dude. I would rather stay in New York and just not travel. I deal with this crap enough doing stand-up and going to gigs and having problems with flights and layovers and delays and all these nightmares that happen. And the airline tells you one thing and then your seat's not held. I've dealt with this so many times.
So you're saying you were flying since we were like -8?
I was probably -8 when I was flying, and then I might as well quote the wrong Richard Pryor CD. Pompous asshole that guy was. Hey, what's this Richard Pryor CD? That Jack's crazy? No, stupid. Wrong one.
Jimmy, this is the interesting part about the whole email. If Kenny didn't just casually, check our confirmations, you know how obsessive he is, so he checks a lot of different times. This would have went unnoticed.
Oh, imagine us all at Newark.
On the phone? Is there any way to get Logan or Straley and go, what happened again? Not that Logan's got this to worry about, but can you get somebody on and ask why?
Yeah, I guess. We could try to figure that out.
Yeah,
sure.
I would like to know why it happened.
Well, dude, I went on, and I even called. I even sent an email out, because I think I went on and checked and said, this has not been ticketed. I always go in and fiddle with my seats. I'm an obsessive flyer. I hate flying. I'm afraid of it. The only airline I fly, you guys know, I'm only comfortable on one airline, so I finally figured out a way to conquer this horror. And this is the way I do things.
Right.
It's like I went in and checked to fix my seat so I had the right seat, and they said this has not been ticketed yet. So I send an email off. This has not been ticketed yet.
Right.
Do I have a window seat, Kenny?
What's that?
I'm asking Club Soda Kenny if I have a window seat.
You have a choice of a window or an aisle seat.
Oh, because I could switch. I got you. Okay.
I prefer the aisle.
I enjoy the window seat because I like taking a look out.
I do too, but I pee so much, and I'm like, it's like you're flying with somebody, but I fly usually, I'm not with somebody, so I have to keep getting some stranger, can I get up to pee, and it's embarrassing, and I feel claustrophobic, and as soon as I piss, I sit down and my bladder feels pressure again. It's psychosomatic, I think.
Jimmy, let me tell you something. I think I can make things a little better. I'll give you half of my nice warm cinnamon roll that I'm going to be getting in first class.
Well, you know what you can do with your cinnamon roll? Just keep it and bring it back, because when I'm still in New York, you can just hand it to me when I see you guys in the studio on Thursday.
And then he can throw it in his microwave and heat it up himself.
Yeah, I'll be happy to do that.
Yeah, well, I just...
That'll be good. They'll save money on the hotel room then in New Orleans. It's really annoying.
But you have to go.
Dude, it's just like, if that's where their priorities are, I'm not even being a baby about it. I'm not even, it's like, if that's the way they feel, that's where they're fine. Then fucking no big deal.
I understand. There is absolutely nothing they can say down there that's going to twist or turn this around to be our fault again. Like last time, like with the Vegas thing, for some reason, there was this little thing of how we were kind of somehow at fault.
Yeah, you weren't.
And this, now, there's no reason this should have happened.
And this would not have been caught if Kenny didn't just, check one more time.
So not only did they not let Kenny do it, but then Kenny had to catch the problem.
Right.
Yeah,
this is the way our travel should be handled. This is the way you like to travel.
But
I'm coordinating flying home. I'm switching I'm coming home and I'm getting right back on a plane.
Yeah.
I fly from Pittsburgh to Newark. My luggage goes right to another plane, and I fly to New Orleans.
Yeah.
So am I still on that flight coming down?
Yes, you're coming. You got your flight from Pittsburgh to Newark.
But I mean, no. But I mean, from Newark to New Orleans, what flight am I on?
I held you another reservation, so XM has to put the credit card down.
Oh, it's fucking mind-boggling with that credit card nonsense.
Within the next 24 hours, right? It's being held for 24 hours.
And that's on our flight?
Yes. I got him on our flights.
Right.
He's first going to New Orleans, but coming home.
We're going to have to work something out.
Right. Or
yeah, of course. God forbid this should be done right. Of course.
No.
Of course.
So there you have it. I mean, they just got to realize we really know what we're doing on this show.
Yeah,
we know what people to hire around us.
Listening to this are thinking like, what a baby! Stop! I believe you. If I was listening to this, I'd want to spit in my fat face too. But it's just it's so annoying when you tell people like, just let us do it. We know what we're doing. Because if it wasn't a matter of first and coach, it would be a matter of, look, coach is sold out. They have nothing, so they put you on another airline. It's like, when you don't do it right, there's always a problem. And why would there be, a lot of flights going down to New Orleans around Mardi Gras? I mean, who goes there this time of year?
All right,
I understand that on Saturday they're trying to get me a flight into Jacksonville. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, well, we really do know what we're doing on this program. They really got to start listening to us.
Jimmy,
it's so aggravating. Can you get me an aisle seat both ways? Is that possible? I can't. I'm just claustrophobic.
Yeah, I know what you like.
Dude, I had all of this worked out.
I know.
Well, I went in and I even emailed them and told them this has not been taken care of yet.
I think you could charter a plane. It's only about $50,000, and that's a drop in the bucket, right, Ope?
Yeah.
50 grand.
50,000's nothing.
50 grand's nothing.
All right, Jimmy, sorry we had to break the bad news to you, but we figured it would make for some great radio today.
Well, if they can fix it, fine. If they can't, I don't care if I go or not. I hate New Orleans anyway, dude. I want to go, but it's like, if that's where I am on their priority list, then fuck it, it's not worth it.
Well, do you mind if we change the name of the show if you're not down there? We can't call it Norton and Friends if you're not there.
You could just call it Norton's Friends. You could just take out the and put Norton's Friends.
All right.
First of all, no, this has to be dealt with. So Jimmy's coming down there because I am not going to be miserable in a puke-ridden city without my friend Jimmy.
I pledge my honest sincerity to take care of that.
All right, we'll figure something out, Jimmy. We're broadcasting live Monday and Tuesday from the Crazy Horse Cabaret on Bourbon Street. If you're in the area, come on by and say hi.
Oh,
We're doing the show 3 to 6 Eastern time. Yes.
The gig fell through. We're playing with the puppets at the amusement park. Yeah, no, we're not at the Crazy Horse anymore. The gig fell through.
And if you're in Pittsburgh tonight or tomorrow, go see Jim Norton at the Improv, 412-462-5233.
Opie and Anthony at the Air Force Base.
All right, Jimmy.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bye.
All right. Love you.
Air Force.
Oh. Wow.
I hated that we had to do that because you hear how happy he was.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
Hi, guys. Your flight is screwed up. Why the hell does this have to happen every time? And then it's angry Jimmy.
Here's what? Go.
He warned them already, and they still didn't heed his warning.
Everyone had been warned. These flights should have been done, booked. Everyone, we knew where we were going. We knew who was going. There was no reason.
They started out like gangbusters, but then kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to, play nice and be nice.
Well, you have to continue being nice. So
I know.
Well, that's ridiculous too. Kenny's got to sit there and kiss ass and be all nice, but the truth of the matter is he gets things done.
Okay.
And things aren't getting done that we need done. I want an explanation.
Okay.
I want Kevin Straley, because we're going to talk to him after the show. I want him to tell me what happened and why this wasn't dealt with.
Okay, very good.